The UN Children's Fund and Save the Children warn that if violence continues, no child will go back to school in the coming months. Fighting between the rival military forces has led to the closure of at least 10,400 schools in conflict zones. Education has been disrupted for an estimated 19 million children across the country. Out of that total, some 6.5 million children in conflict-affected areas lost access to schools due to increased violence. More than 5.5 million others residing in areas less impacted by fighting are waiting for local authorities to confirm whether schools can be reopened. Another 7 million children were already out of school before the conflict began. The two agencies are calling on authorities to reopen schools in safe areas and consider alternative plans in areas facing safety and security concerns. Well, from Cairo, we are joined by Rihab Abdalla Osman, the Director of Education for Save the Children in Sudan. Welcome to the program, Rihab. Well, Save the Children and UNICEF is reporting that 19 million children in Sudan are out of school as conflict rages on. How dire is the situation in Sudan, Rihab?
Yeah, thank you very much for giving Save the Children and me this opportunity. Yes, indeed, the situation in Sudan is very dire, and around 19 million children are out of school, and this is because of the conflict. For example, the conflict affected many states, and around 6.5 million affected by conflict that being pushed away from education, and another 5.5 million in safe state are still waiting for the decisions regarding school opening. Add to this, even before the conflict, the situation in Sudan is very critical regarding accessibility to education. Around 7 million children being counted to be out of school children. Adding this number, taking us to this huge number of children currently are out of school children, the 19 million. And this is indeed is very critical situations in Sudan.
All right, Rihab, could you explain to our viewers why the country is on the brink of becoming home to the worst education crisis in the world?
Yeah, this is lead us to explain the situation of education in Sudan, starting by the supply side of education. For example, the school infrastructure in Sudan is really very weak, and there is huge shortage in number of the classroom needed to accommodate the children. Also, the available classrooms need a major rehabilitation in most of the state. Also, the wash facilities really challenges in most of the state and most of the schools, include availability of drinking water. Also, if we are talking about the quality of education itself, the teacher issues, if you know that the teachers, even before the conflict, they were continue on strike because they would like to have their salaries to be improved, and now the conflict bring a huge challenges to teachers. Since the conflict started in mid of April, the teachers salary haven't been paid. Also, there's a lot of challenges regarding the availability of supplies, the textbooks, and all those lead to this crisis in Sudan, having many children are out of schools, and also the conflict also added huge challenge, as mentioned, putting all another for 12 million to be not able to access education. Also, these issues related to infrastructure, the quality of teaching and learning impacted by the teacher training and the support. Also, this lead to having very poor learning outcomes in Sudan in terms of literacy and numeracy. So, in a nutshell, I can say that the education in Sudan is at major risk in both the access and the quality of education itself. However, organizations like Save the Children continue to support education in various states. Even during this conflict, Save the Children continue to provide its support in terms of rehabilitating of the schools, the classroom, availability of wash facilities, doing teacher training, and various support to ensure that the education is supported and school to be ready to have to have the children. Again, also another challenge is imposed by this conflict that most of the schools being used as a shelter. So also this is a kind of a challenges in safe states that most of schools and hundreds of schools being used as a shelter by IDPs, and of
All
course
right.
this could have this impact on education again.
All right.